can rise from ash. Jade, lavender, and scarlet phoenix power. Together we will rise. They tried to burn us, we bloom like a flower. They didn't know we had a phoenix's power. Phoenix power.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Jade Phoenix. I am back from a wild weekend at New York City Comic-Con 2025, and I am joined by a voice that the Gate has not had on in a hot minute. Diginans! Hi!
Hello, beautiful people. How are you today?
What's going on, buddy? Where you been? Where have you been?
Hiding.
Hiding?
Hiding.
In the years that did not exist?
In the years that did not exist.
In years that does not exist. Oh, that happens.
Pretty much.
But we also have, in the great beyond, we have Noose here too. Hi.
How's it going, everyone?
How you doing? How's it over there?
I'm doing good.
So we are a week, like a little bit over an exact week. We are a week post Comic-Con, because at this time last week we would have been on our way home from Friday.
That is true.
How's everybody feeling?
I believe I caught
Pretty
the
good.
con crud. Yeah,
Diginan's got the con crud.
I believe I did.
What about you, Noose? Did you get con crud?
No, actually, I was pretty solid because I kept my vitamins up. So
So only the Diginan suffering from con crud right now?
Well, let's just say I've been out of it for quite a while, so
Yeah. The years that never were,
yeah.
but they definitely happen.
Something happened.
Something happened, but whatever. Whatever. How do you feel going back to your first official Comic-Con after a few years? Officially going back.
It was good.
Yeah?
I had a good time. Yeah, atmosphere was pretty good. And Comic-Con overall, I gave it a solid B.
We'll get to ratings at the end of the show.
Okay.
We'll do the ratings at the end of the show. It's been a while. You get a pass, so. But, Noose, you are a first timer to New York City Comic-Con,
Yes.
correct?
yes,
Oh my God. Tell us, what was your impressions? Like, what did you love? What did you hate? It will be important to note, Phoenix fans, that our Noose only got to go 2 days, where me and Diginan and Lavender were there all 4. So Noose only got to go on Saturday and Sunday. And what I want to know, like, what was your impression overall when you got there?
I guess convention-wise, like on a scale, like how biggest to smallest, obviously, the biggest I've been to. Multiple floors, I guess. I even got to check out one of the panels. I guess just overall for me, without going into extreme details right out the gate, great. Like, I enjoyed it. I had fun. Really got to check out a lot of the booths and a lot of voice actors there too as well. I even got to meet up with another voice actor who we have met before at Anime NYCC too.
Correct.
Lex Lang.
Yes. And they remembered you.
He was also there. Yeah. And yeah, he remembered. I was just like,
I need to hear this.
but yeah, I went up to his booth. It was at a time where it wasn't so busy and stuff. So like, I just went up, say what's up, say, and he was like, hey, how's it been, So it was good, like, kind of seeing him again and catching up, seeing how things have been with him. So
Still trying to get him on the gate, though. We're still we're still trying to get him on the gate.
Yeah. That I'm pretty sure if we send out because I got his email.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna work on that. We're gonna work on that.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna work on that.
I believe in you.
I mean, honestly, coming off of such like Comic-Con for me at the minimum, I've been going since the beginning. Since they started in 2006. Now, keep in mind, Comic-Con itself has been going for a lot longer than that. But Reed Pop took it over in 2006. So next year, 2026, is actually going to be the 20th year of Reed Pop New York City Comic Con.
That is a lot.
That is a lot. That is an entire lifetime for some people. For me, it's half my entire life that I've been going to Comic-Con. Like, and it hit me the other day, and I was talking about it with a couple other friends of mine that have been going to Comic-Con for years, not as long as me, because I'm the dinosaur, but I was like, wait, 20 fucking years? What? Just losing my goddamn freaking mind, just cursing cursing like a sailor, because I was just, has it really been that long since Reed Pop took over?
I guess so.
What did he say?
I'm in shock. And Poor News only got to go in year 19.
Yeah.
Better late than never.
True.
Yeah.
Better late than never.
Have you ever wanted to go before this and you just never had the opportunity? Like, what's the story and why you have never gotten to Comic-Con?
Well, there was a couple of reasons. Like, a few is traveling, because at the time, like even earlier in those years, I had no means of transportation. My parents are definitely not gonna take me because they're just like, why? I'm just like, because it's fun. And I guess as I got older, even, it was just one of those things where it's just like, oh, it'd be cool to go. Anybody else want to go? And then I just hear crickets. So I'm just like, oh, okay.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling.
Yeah. And then, it's just one of those things where I'm just like, I'm talking to myself here. Oh, okay. That's fine.
Fuck your life. Bing bong.
I mean,
yeah.
So now here's the thing. You're a first timer. I'm Methuselah. Diginan falls in the middle.
Yeah.
I believe the first Comic-Con that you ever went to was with me.
In 2016.
Yeah. 10 years ago, exactly.
So I would have 10 years.
You came in on the halfway mark.
Yeah.
You came in Comic-Con's 10-year anniversary.
But I think, if I remember correctly, I did go 1 year and didn't realize it was New York Comic Con.
That's quite a possibility. I've had people do that.
You done goof.
That is a thing.
So I'm going to still say 9 to 10, but I believe there was another lost year that never happened.
It might be.
So it kind of blacked out of my head. It just recently came about, and I was like, oh yeah, maybe I did go 1 year.
What?
It's a possibility.
But I understand where news was coming from. I knew nothing about it, honestly. I always heard about it, but never knew when the dates, when the times, how to get tickets.
Yeah.
And then the 1 year I found out about it, it was already too late.
It had already passed?
It was already passed. I saw the lineup, and I was like, oh, I would like to go. They were like sold out. I was like, oh, anywhere I can get? Everyone's like, these tickets been sold out for months. You are way late to the party, buddy. I was like, oh, cool. Thanks.
It happens.
It happens.
It happens. And honestly, like, in the 10 years that you have been going with me, they've changed the way that people get tickets.
Yes.
And I can guarantee you, like, I'm gonna, go back even 20 years ago, it was not like this. I could walk into Forbidden Planet, Midtown Comics. I could walk into any comic book shop and buy a 4-day pass, and it only cost me like $80.
See, I didn't even know that then. I was like, had I known, I probably would have done it.
Well, that's the other thing. It wasn't always a 4-day con. It was always 3 days. It used to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then they added the 4 days, I would say maybe, I want to say maybe 15 years ago.
Okay.
Give or take.
Okay.
And here's the other thing about Comic-Con. Most people, like, Reed Pop took it over in 2006. Before that, it was actually a dual convention where you would have comics on one end of the Javits, and then you would have a completely separate anime style convention on the other side of the Javits. And this is before the Javits went through that entire huge makeover remodel that they've done over the last several years.
Right. Okay.
Noose, would you have known anything about that since, you know, you ain't a New Yorker, born and bred? You're a Jersey boy.
No, don't really know all that much personally.
We jumped out a window.
That's okay.
But I would say the construction started when I think my first year.
Your first year, 10 years.
I think it started
Mhm.
right that year. Like as soon as that con was over, like, oh, we're gonna start.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
would say I caught the very end. Yeah.
You caught the very end of the original Javits.
Yes.
I remember distinctly the first time that I had gone to Comic-Con was 2004. I'm a year out of high school. I'd been going to conventions before that, but they were these tiny little rinky-dink things, you know, local stuff. I started cosplaying back when I was like 15, 16 years old. Like, and it was just for funsies. Like, honestly, it wasn't like I went to convention. I literally didn't know what cosplay was. I just knew I like this character. I want to dress up as this character. I'm going to dress up like this character. And it's not going to be on Halloween. And everybody was like, wow, you're so fucking weird. And then 2004, I went to my first convention and realized I'm not alone. I'm not weird. And this was like huge for me back then. Cause like a 19-year-old chick doesn't know shit, you know, huge fucking nerd, anime head, all that fucking stuff that got made fun of her entire fucking life. And all of a sudden I'm surrounded by my people.
That would be paradise for a lot of people.
Oh, I was hooked.
Yeah.
I was hooked. So I did manage to go to the 2 years before Reed Pot bought that convention. I remember distinctly how panicked the regulars were at Reed Pot buying New York City Comic Con. I remember this distinctly because in a couple of the forums that I was in and a few friends of mine that I had made, they were like, this is going to ruin it. It's going to ruin it. They were partially correct. Partially. And I'll explain why.
Okay. Yeah. Because okay.
Partially correct because they kept it with for the first 2 years, give or take. They did keep the anime part of the convention going.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards, they got rid of it completely.
Yeah, but like I would say when I was going, it was genuinely mixed.
Yes, but it wasn't before that. It was before that. It was just straight comics, mainstream comics like Marvel, DC, like not like that's it. There was no anime.
Right. I've heard the stories about that.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I know we're gonna dive in later on, but a lot of people said it went back to its original roots.
Starting to.
It started to.
It's starting to.
And
I saw that a little bit.
She wasn't
It's true.
ready.
No, like
She wasn't
people are
ready.
because anime is so huge now. Like, and it has been forever, but now it's even more mainstream.
yes.
And I will give DC a lot of credit for that because their animation is still, I think, top tier. DC animation is still top tier. Marvel is getting better with X-Men 97 and stuff like that. But what for this, leading up until now, DC was the one that had the better animation studios.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. For even during the live action eras, during all that, their animations were 1,000 times better. I could rewatch all those DC animations and never be disappointed, where I can watch Marvel one time and be okay never watching it again.
Because they actually did go with a lot of anime style of drawing, color, seamlessness. I think DC always had that feel to it more so than Marvel.
Yeah, DC always kept a very dark when it comes to animation. They always wanted kept it dark. I would say it all started with, I would say, Batman the Animated Series.
Yes.
They tried to do a lighter version. I will fully admit they tried it with Superman and the Justice League.
Ugh.
Did okay, but when they went back to their dark roots,
Mm-hmm.
when it came to just when they were just doing animation movies, they were 1,000 times better.
News, what do you think about that?
Now, I kind of could agree with that too, and I guess I wanted to when we get to the subject of like touching base on the anime part, there was some stuff that I actually saw that was pretty interesting while I was there.
Well, this is leading
Um,
into it, so you
yeah.
can bring up that point.
Okay. So I was able to kind of like, when I was out, like kind of just exploring on my own, I actually noticed that there was a couple booths for anime,
Hmm.
the new animes that were just, I guess, quote unquote, recently released. And the reason why I say quote unquote is because it was its first season and it just had come out, I think, like a few weeks prior to Comic Con.
Oh, I know
I
what you were
want to say
talking about. That
probably.
it starts with a G. I can't pronounce it, but I just started watching
Um,
it.
are you talking about the one with the Onis?
No.
No, it's
Okay, so this one that I was going to mention, they actually had a really cool booth. Actually, it was actually pretty nice. Essentially it was like a Nerf gun target style, and it's kind of just to kind of, I guess, advertise the anime and stuff. So um the not to go too deep into the anime, but the main protagonist uses a sort of is able to conjure weapons like guns and stuff like that. So that's, I'm pretty sure, the reason why they did that.
yes, that's
No,
the
it's the
And the
same one
target.
it's
he's
the
talking
same
about.
one. Yeah.
It's just he can't say
Oh,
the
okay,
name.
so it is that one. Cause yeah, because they're Onis. That's pretty much what they are. Like
Well, he
they're
literally just started watching, so thanks for spoiling that.
No, it's
No,
fine. No, it's
that's not.
fine.
No, that's literally in the first season, in the first episode.
Yeah, no, it's
I'm
fine.
fucking with you, bro.
Yeah.
I am fucking with you.
No, but
No, because they're trying to throw me under the bus for spoilers.
no,
No spoilers.
no, I was like, after Monday, I was really out of it. And I was like, I need something to watch. And I was like, let me check out that show that they were promoting. And I started watching it.
You're dying.
And it's not bad. It's actually pretty decent.
I actually came home.
Yeah.
I actually came home, saw that he was watching it. I like the animation style.
Hmm.
I definitely
Mhm.
want to start it from the beginning because I came in on like episode 2 or 3, maybe.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to be checking it out myself. I really wish that I could pronounce the name.
It's got such a weird name. I've never heard of a name.
I
like
know
that.
it's you know what? Hold on here. I even have my computer in front of me. Give me a second while we chit chat more on it.
Okay,
It
but
starts
like
with a G. I know that.
the cool thing about it is that they like, and this is what I love and what I've been noticing over the past, I want to say like good 10, 15 years with Comic-Con, is they have been promoting new stuff. They've been promoting, like, I think a few years ago they were promoting the Dr. Stone anime. When Demon Slayer first started, they were promoting that pretty heavy.
Yes, I remember.
And
that.
I remember even going, "What the fuck is that?" I remember sitting there looking at some of the booths that they had, because what's great is that, like, now, because they've expanded to bring anime back in, they actually have the webtoons are coming now, like, and that's great, because for a while, like, that was literally just fan fiction. But now it's becoming like legitimate, and there are people that are actually getting their webtoons turned into actual animes, which
Yeah.
is fucking phenomenal, I think.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have Shonen Jump has been showing up a lot.
Yeah.
You have oh my god, so many.
Webtoon, Shonen Jump. Marvel did their own version.
Marvel had a booth. DC finally came back after a few years of absence this year. They had a nice big booth. Post Malone apparently has his own fucking comic book line now with everything.
Yeah, Post Malone is coming out with their own book. Redman came out with his own story. I missed that.
Yep.
DC was promoting
Yep.
their new KO event, which in turn, they actually partnered. I was reading about it. They partnered up with other comic book artists and companies that allowed them to actually use some of their characters. We're going to get a couple of first timers. Homelander and Superman will fight.
Oh, there are people that have been screaming about that.
They are going to fight.
Emotional damage.
They also added Vampirella.
Finally.
I'm still hearing the names, but it's gonna be Sub-Zero is now officially DC.
I know it's because a lot of that had to do with the Mortal Kombat crossover.
Right, but now they're gonna make
Yeah,
they're
they did
doing a
that.
series where it's pretty much Mortal Kombat style called KO. They even added AEW. That was crazy.
That's crazy.
You what?
That's crazy. But
Also, I have the name for the anime here too.
What is
it's called Togen Anki. Anki. I think it's Anki. I think it's how you pronounce it. But yeah, that's the one with the Onis, pretty much.
yeah. And I love that it's brand new and that Comic-Con basically was promoting it. They also have been they're like, you're the only one of us that actually managed to get to a panel, and and that was based was that the Digimon panel that you went to?
It was for the recent Digimon anime that had literally just released their first episode the same day they actually released their recent game, which was the Friday before, pretty much.
Okay.
Which was amazing.
Yeah.
The voice actor for Geckomon made their appearance there, which is awesome. Even the producer of the anime too also had their appearance there, which is great. They had like their translators and everything there. And these are, again, the voice actor was for the sub, so that means the Japanese voice actor. I don't believe they have it in dub. I have not yet been able to watch the first episode yet because I had no time.
No, they have a dub. They have
They
a
do
dub.
have a dub?
They do have a
Okay.
dub.
Usually 9 times out of 10, they do both now. No matter what.
I think if I'm correct, they got only 14 episodes. I scrolled down a bit. I think only 10 are dubbed.
It's only like, and that's the other thing. Like, Crunchyroll had a booth, and you were able to see, like, you know, anime that's up and coming. Rooster Teeth, I think, also had a booth.
Yeah, they're coming back.
Rooster Teeth is coming back. A lot. And I love the fact that Comic-Con actually gave us a lot of more interactive stuff this year.
Yes.
Not just like straight up like insanity, but also there were a few repeats.
Yeah, definitely.
There were some repeats from last year, which poor Noose would know about, but we do. So for you, it was new. For us, it was like, meh.
Actually, for us, it was a 3 times because they were also at anime and it was the same booth.
Yeah.
And even I'm like,
the thing is they replaced the giant Dragon Ball booth that you would when you first walk in with a One Piece booth.
Yeah.
That used to be a giant Shenron.
That was another thing when it comes to the anime. Dragon Ball usually has a huge stamp on the Comic-Con scene.
Yeah.
This year,
it was One Piece.
It was One Piece. Dragon Ball barely made a dent. I could almost say Dragon Ball wasn't even there this year.
I didn't see anything.
So much so they didn't even bring back the bags.
No.
That people be fighting over. They didn't even bring those bags back. That was a shocker to me. I was like, oh, wow.
Do you know who was conspicuously absent this year too? PlayStation.
PlayStation. Sony backed out.
Sony backed out of Comic-Con last minute.
Last minute. I would say 2 weeks beforehand.
Yeah, I remember that announcement being made, and I was like, no, they always have such good shit.
Yeah, because someone said they were not prepared.
I mean, it happens. So we're talking anime. You went to the panel, obviously. Digimon is your favorite anime of all time?
I wouldn't say favorite anime of all time. It's my most nostalgic anime of all time.
Okay.
Fair.
That's the better way I can put it, because I grew up on Digimon. Pokemon, I watched a good bit of Pokemon too, but the anime, honestly, I kind of have to say it sticks a little bit more than the Pokemon series. And from a lot of people, not even just myself saying this, so it's not even just like, oh, I'm being biased or whatever because I just prefer Digimon. A lot of people are actually really liking the way Bandai, or Toei Animations, I should say, because Toei Animations is the one who's managing the anime.
And they had a booth
how
too.
They're steering, and they like, people are actually liking how they're steering the anime now, because now it's, before I reach that one point, let me finish this one here. people love the anime. Like it's so upbeat. The music is great. The animations are awesome. Um, so they really are doing a great job with the current anime right now,
Oh,
and
it's
it's like
top tier.
keeping up with.
It's top
Yeah,
tier.
it's keeping up. People are raving about it. They love it. Not only that, but and this is something that while I was at the panel, they mentioned it too. And they're kind of like keeping some interesting core aspects from the first season because, funny enough, the producer of this anime of Digimon Beat Breakers to be specific, so we know what the name is. Um, he actually remembers growing up off of the first season too. So if I were to, if I could look it up, I'm pretty sure if I find his name, I look it up and I find how old he is. But he's probably not that much older than I am, if anything, if that's the case. Because if he was pretty young when he was watching it, I can only imagine
That means he's probably
how old
around
he is
mine and
now.
Diginan's age.
Pretty much.
Probably.
There's a
I
chance
wouldn't
he's
be
probably,
surprised.
he might be a little bit older than us.
Maybe.
No. I would say he's maybe at most his late 30s. I don't think he's that far. They would be that far in. Nah.
Nah, then
But
he would be then maybe within 5 years of us.
Easily.
yeah,
Because I
easily within 5 years.
remember,
I would definitely agree.
yeah, because like both Diginan and I remember when Digimon came onto the scene.
Yeah, that was like 98, 99.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Pokemon was
1996.
1996. Digimon, I think, came out in 97, 98.
I thought it was 99.
No, because it was not too far after Pokemon hit the
Yeah,
scene.
because they were the second.
It was 98, 99.
There you
I'm pretty
go.
certain it was around that time.
Yeah.
Because I remember it was around also the same initial release date. And this is before, and I guess for people who aren't too well informed on the video games, by the way, because when the first Digimon game was actually released, they did not have the Mega Stage evolution. So literally during the game's release and within the anime, the max cap in evolution was ultimate. So that just kind of is a good timestamp for that.
Yeah.
For kind of figuring out like where they actually initially started. So if I recall correctly, it's between 98 and 99 was around the time that they released, and then they released the first game too as well during that time. So
Well, like I said,
yeah.
I'm glad that Pokemon would always be Pokemon, but at least something else is taking a forefront, and Digimon would actually be pretty good.
Yeah, I actually really like the fact that
yeah.
Comic-Con is staying ahead
hmm
and understanding its audience enough where it's like, how many times, like, yeah, okay, nostalgia with the Dragon Ball, like, yay, cool, but like, we see it every year.
That's why I said One Piece took the forefront this year. Where it took Dragon Ball's spot.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball was, like I said, barely made a dent. They had like their one booth, and that was it.
Yeah, Bandai was there.
Bandai was there.
Bandai was in there heavy.
Bandai was in there heavy. Tamagotchi.
Yep.
I gotta admit,
Godzilla was a big part.
But
part
no
of this.
Mothra. How dare you give you shade? No, you shaded the queen. I'm angry about this. I'm still mad about it. There was literally no Mothra representation.
That is true. I think I got lucky and found like one Mothra thing.
One.
But no, Godzilla had its presence this year. I think they took where Ultraman was last year.
Yes.
Let
me think. Chainsaw Man had a big presence this year.
Yeah, because they're promoting their movie that comes out.
Yeah, Chainsaw Man had a big presence this year.
Yeah, the movie comes out the 24th, which is supposed to be the next season.
Yeah, I also got to give them a lot of credit when it comes to their diversity with what they were presenting us. Like we're talking mostly about anime, but we touched on the fact that Marvel had a huge installation there. Yeah. Took up several spots.
Marvel partnered up with Hero and Villains and had their two big booths.
Yeah. Because one was their merch booth, the other was their actual presentation booth, where last year They had a nice little area representing Agatha. It was Agatha all along was last year. This year it was Marvel Zombies.
Right.
Yeah. So that was like the little photo op area that they had with that. Last year it was Agatha all
Yeah, they
along.
didn't have a big stage.
They did not have a big stage like they did last year. Which was kind of nice considering how like last year it was such a fucking clusterfuck over there.
Yeah, it,
It was
caused a lot of
bad.
problems.
It was so bad. Thank God you missed that one news.
Monster Hunter had a present too.
It did. It
Yeah.
did.
Yeah. Monster Hunter Stories, the newest sequel.
Yes.
Dude, I was wanting to try that when I was off on my own. I've been wanting to try it, but I didn't get a chance to. Why? Because it was a 40-minute long demo.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah. that's
40
it.
minutes, not like a 10-minute or like a typical like demo length. It was 40 whole minutes. They were just like, yeah, it's gonna be a 40-minute, and there was a long line. I was just like, yeah,
Yeah, you're gonna miss half the con.
You're gonna miss more. Like, yeah, you
You're
need to do.
missing-
Yeah, but you were only there for 2 days, so that's not something that you should be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was like, that's why I assessed this. I took that the situation into consideration. I was just like, yeah, nah, I think I'm okay.
No.
No, but going back to what she was saying before, when it comes to booths and
yeah.
everything, the one thing I was surprised is the exclusives this year were not strong.
No. So
I've
usually we're fighting people, like literally sometimes fighting people for exclusives that certain booths do. And don't get me wrong, there were some cute ones. Like I love my Tamagotchi.
yeah, those were good.
The Tamagotchis that I got from the con, which were show exclusives.
Yeah, that was a surprise. I didn't.
That
even
was
know-
a good one.
That was a good surprise.
Bandai had exclusives, but it was kind of the same shit from last year.
90% of it.
They even had stuff from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
2023 show exclusive was there.
The Godzilla 2023, the
Big one.
the two new ones was the Gogeta and the original Dragon Ball character, or like their moniker
Yeah.
with Kid Goku and the dragon.
Yeah.
That's why I said they had a dent, but that was it.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball, that was their one. It's like, here, we're here.
In
Here's our
all
two
honesty,
things.
there was like, I mean, Civil Regime with their exclusives, I like that.
Yeah, I like that they were there this year.
They actually, no, they were there last year too.
I don't
Civil,
remember them. there.
yes, you do. Civil Regime did the X-Men last year.
That was Heroes and Villains.
Is
That
this-
was the one that Marvel partnered with, where they had the Doctor Doom jacket. That was Heroes and Villains.
Are you sure?
Yes.
The ones that had the different, oh, you're probably right.
Yes.
I'm still mad that I missed out on Gene.
Civil Regime did their. Civil Regime is like a brand new company.
They
And-
partnered up with our bitch Rhea Ripley. We love her.
Yeah, they definitely partnered up with WWE.
NANI?
They do have a sponsorship with Marvel, but this year they came with.
DC.
Year they came out with their DC, and I think same day as Chainsaw Man, which would be the 24th, they are coming out with their Deceased line.
Which looks so good. And we did sign up to try to win for that and haven't heard anything yet, so probably didn't win. But news, you missed out. But Thursday, the exclusive from Civil Regime was Catwoman. I did get that shirt. It's absolutely fantastic. I love it. Friday was Batman. Saturday was Joker. And Sunday was Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. And also a good way to get people to come back to the booth every single day.
And I spoke to every single person. They all told me, surprisingly enough, the Batman sold out.
Not surprised at that.
Second highest one was actually Harley.
Well, yeah, it's a good t-shirt.
And
I
that was
got
the-
it.
And that was their last day. Joker and Catwoman were like neck and neck for third.
Nice.
So that was pretty shocking.
Yeah. And then what's another exclude? Like, and also what I really like, I'm on the fence about this, boys, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Mhm.
I am very happy that certain booths are able to bring guests to New York City Comic Con that would not be on the docket of New York City Comic Con itself.
I like it.
I like it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Here's my problem with it. They're not as easily found, and they are definitely not as advertised as the main people that you buy through Comic-Con.
Fair. I'm gonna say
Because
fair.
I found out that I missed out on a couple of people that I would have loved to fucking finally meet. Simply because I didn't know they were there.
Who was there?
There's a couple people from the Undiscovered booth that I wanted to meet. Some voice actors, which I'm hoping with when we return to Undiscovered Realm 2026 with the Feinics Gate, which we will be there. Plug. I'll get to meet them then.
Oh,
I'm hoping. But also they're like
they even did that. Sorry, they even did the same thing with the voice actor for Geckomon too. Like
Exactly.
they mentioned she was gonna be there, but they didn't mention that she would be like, doing any, autograph signings or anything. And they didn't mention at all that, oh yeah, you need to go to the Bandai booth, the second one, because they had like 3 of them.
yeah.
well,
You
I'm
have to
gonna
go to the second Bandai booth, and then you need to sign up for it. And it's just like, okay.
but this is what I'm gonna say, and this is what I'm gonna give one of my secrets. This is why I don't do panels. There are always these people exclusives that they're not gonna promote on the main website.
Right, but that means you have to follow every single vendor, and that's a problem because it gets so overwhelming.
Nope. I follow the hashtag NYCC, NYCC in the year.
Uh-huh.
So I like NYCC 2025. You will find that they will tag themselves with that, and you could see all the exclusive. This is how I found out one year Rosario Dawson was doing the
Right,
signing.
Boriken.
Same with John Leguizamo. Same with a few other people. And
It's called a hustle, sweetheart.
it was also how I found out about a lot of my artists that I wanted to meet as well.
That is true, because you, like, got to give DigiNan a lot of credit, and also to Noose. Now, you two both managed to, like, you basically fucked off and did your own thing for a while, and that, like, is not something that I can do easily, because usually I'm all trussed up in a cosplay that needs to be monitored. So, there's that. And, usually I'm also dealing with, like, either Lavender or Scarlet or usually we're all, like, traveling in a pack together to promote the cast or get interviews or something like that. So it's very rare that we kind of all split up and do our own thing. And I kind of feel like this Comic-Con was the first one in a long time that we were able to do that and not freak out because we couldn't find one another again.
Well, that's what I was saying before. I was very happy Marvel did not have that big booth.
Yes.
Very happy. I'm also very happy they put DC
All the way on
Malone
the other side.
on one corner and gave them, here's your one corner, do whatever you want. But
Yeah.
you staying in the corner.
Yeah.
Same with Funko. You're going on the other side this year.
Yeah, that was...
And here's your corner, do whatever you want. And for the first time, I did not hear a fight happen at Funko.
There were fights.
Oh, I didn't hear about it.
No, there were some fights. There were some. Nothing huge,
That's
because
what I said.
honestly, also, they did not have good Funkos this year. To go back to the exclusive topic that we were talking about,
Yeah, they're
Funko is usually like, the big draw for a lot of collectors. I did not like anything that they had this year, not really. And the ones that I did like, I didn't need them. I'm out the pop game, bro. I'm out the pop game. I don't play that game. Done. We're done with that. We're totally done with that. What about you, Noose? Were there any exclusives? Because I remember you were on the hunt for those Digimon cards.
Oh yeah, the promo packs that they had specifically for the release of the new game. Also, keynote or side note on the new game, they actually did do I believe it was I think I don't remember the exact time, but it was like a minute or 4-minute snippet of a prologue or something like that for the game story, which I thought was sweet. And it was the first time debuting that clip before they actually sent it out to the public. So I thought that was a pretty nice little a little extra tidbit that we got before everyone else.
And it's an exclusive.
But yeah, no, and pretty much I was at their booth, one of their Bandai booths. They were doing a bunch of demos for a bunch of different various games. So Digimon was there,
Little Nightmares 3.
the newest game.
Yeah,
The recent game, Little Nightmares 3 was out. Code Vein 2, I think.
Yes.
I'm not really keeping track of Code Vein, but they had their Code Vein game there too, and My Hero as well, the new My Hero game, the fighting game.
Yes.
They had that also on display. But at least as far as I was seeing, the one thing that was catching my eye the most were those promo packs, because I was just like, oh,
Yeah, the
cards.
promo cards are usually very big.
Yeah, they were huge this year. Magic the Gathering was
Yeah.
there.
Big
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yep, Magic's promoting the new
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man line.
Yeah.
Like last year, our friend Jeff wanted the Marvel Magic cards that were like impossible to get. Like,
But we did get him the Digimon card.
we did.
We did.
Yes.
That was last year's
yes.
card. We did get him that. And then you
the
also
Dragon Ball card.
And you also got to play the new Digimon card game too at the other Digimon booth.
Yes, I got to play the Digimon card game. I mean, I've already been playing it for a while. So since the release of the game back in like I want to say 2021 was when or it was either the end of 2020. No, yes, they had a pre-release at the end of 2020, and then they fully released it in the beginning of 2021.
Take that,
when they
depression!
came out, when they first came out with the trading card game, or recent trading card game that's now still going strong. I've been collecting most of like the secret rares and alternate arts and stuff like that. I still play every now and again too, but I just play more just digitally and just construct my deck that way because it's cheaper.
Honestly, a lot of people have been doing that with Magic as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's a real kicker, because it's just like, and from what people were telling me, at least when it comes to these promo cards, the one chaser card from what the people were telling me at the booth was the Patamon. The Patamon that's in that set for that promo pack. I don't remember the abilities by heart, but apparently it had some really good abilities, and they were just like, everybody needs to get like their set for that.
Did you get it?
I got it. Yeah, no, I got the full set. I'm talking about the full set in terms of the collection of all the promo cards. I don't have a full play set of Patamon because I was just like,
No. You got the full set of the promo cards, because I remember you even dragged me, DigiNan, and Lavender into playing so that you could get more packs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it did help me. It did help me collect some of the other ones that I didn't have. It reached a point where I believe you and Nan were both downstairs at photo ops as well.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Lavender, we went, she didn't really have anything to do. I still need to collect one last card, which was the Aegeomon. Oh my God.
Dear God.
That card was, and you know what? It's not even like the one people are really chasing after, really, that much.
It's just you that was chasing it.
It's just the luck. Me and Lavender jumped in. Yeah, me and Lavender both jumped on the line. And essentially once we got there, we both got our set of packs. It reached the point where I was just getting duplicates, and I was just like, man, you know what? Screw this. I went to one of the guys online. One person just went to the first person I chose, and I was just like, hey, so I'm looking to complete the set on my promos. I have a bunch of duplicates. If you're able to get this card, I'll give you damn near the full set of cards to trade for that card. And he was just like, all right. And I was just like, all right, cool.
You're always gonna find somebody.
And it was, oh yeah,
always.
Not only that, they were giving them 2 promo packs at a time. So before that, I think it was on Saturday, they were only giving 1.
Well, yeah, they wanted to get rid of
Sunday,
their stock.
They were giving out. Oh yeah, of course. So that's when I started realizing. That's when I started going in heavy on Sunday to get those promo cards.
No,
I was
that's
now my odds are double.
Well, that's the thing. Being as your first timer, and like it's not your first time at a con, but it is definitely your first time at Comic-Con. You gotta understand, all the best deals are on Sunday because they do not want to pack up their stuff. That's why I was able to get literally at and we're gonna get to that after we're done talking about your cards. How they brought BookCon back to Comic-Con, and now, and I'm just like, me and Lavender were happier than pigs and shit with that. That was our bread and butter, because a lot of the book stalls were, and this is why, to circle back to something, like some of these people did not tell us they were going to be there, i.e. there were several authors that I had no idea were going to be there, and they were there. Like, we got to meet Joe Hill because we were just happened to be walking by at the right time and managed to get his book and him to sign it and have a full conversation with him. Now, if you guys don't know who Joe Hill is, he's the reason why we have the movie Black Phone.
Oh,
And why we're getting Black Phone 2.
didn't know
And
that.
here's the other thing. He's also the son of Stephen King. He's Stephen King's
Ooh.
son.
Oh, I remember you talking about
Yes, this is Stephen King's son.
that. Oh, so technically I met him too.
Yes, you did.
Nice.
Yes. So this, and like, we were just like, we're walking by, and all of a sudden Lavender turns to me. She goes, Jade. I'm like, what, Lav? She goes, that's Joe Hill. I'm like, who? Because I'm in con mode, so my brain does not register. It does not do the remember. How dare you? I am dehydrated and underfed and in a full cosplay. I ain't remembering shit.
Yeah, you always got to need a minute. I am guilty of that. It's like, oh, this person's there. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Why did I heard that? Give me a second.
Right?
And then sometimes like, I got to look at the tarp. What did they do again?
Yeah, you got to Google it real quick. Yeah.
That happened to me.
That happens. So,
Yeah.
and then when it clicked, I was like, oh, but this is what I'm talking about when it comes to how, like, we weren't properly informed, I think, with a lot of stuff. And that I kind of feel like Comic-Con can do better with that. Like, I understand that they are not a Reed Pop affiliation, but even Anime NYC puts what booths have what on their website.
That's true.
Yeah.
is
So
true.
Comic-Con can take a page from Anime NYC with that one.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I will say the fact that BookCon is back, I must go. I'm trying to go. I didn't know it was back and it's already sold out and I'm angry and upset. I need to go. I'm going to find a way.
You will.
I will. I will find a way to return to you, BookCon. I have not been inside of you since 2018. I need it.
Yeah, you had like 3 full bags.
4.
4?
4.
I don't remember the 4th.
4 bags full of books. And I didn't carry them at all.
I did.
Ha! And news. You
Oh.
guys had to take care of the cosplayer. It's fine. It's fine.
Nah, it's fine. No, but going back to you were saying before when you were talking about how there was a separation of when the original Comic-Con with anime and comic books
Yeah.
was like their old style. That was the first thing I actually said this year when I walked the floor a bit.
Mm.
That, besides the regulars weren't there, they slimmed down a few big names. There were a lot of comic books this year.
A lot of comic books.
And
Yeah.
and a lot of comic exclusives, like you were talking about BookCon.
Yeah.
There were a lot of comic exclusive, artist exclusive, writer exclusives.
Yeah, I'll give them that. They went back to the old school style where comics were, their covers and their variants were exclusive to the convention.
Like, and some big names there were a lot of big name artists there.
J. Scott Campbell,
Got to meet him.
Clayton Crane.
He's there every year, but
He's-
yeah.
Yeah, but like, for people like
He
News,
was, Crane,
McFarlane.
McFarlane, you had to get to a lottery.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Lee was a lottery.
Jim Lee.
So was J. Scott Campbell.
You got that, though.
I got the J. Scott. I met Jim Lee
Mm-hmm.
at Midtown, which did not have a presence this year. I remember that.
No, there was no Midtown Comics
Midtown
booth, which
Comics-
is weird.
Midtown Comics decided to stay in their own locations. They're like, here, after show, come here. We're doing our own signings.
Yeah.
Like they had Ronda Rousey, Greg Pak, a few other big names. Who else?
I mean, let me ask a question here, because getting towards the end of the shift, getting towards the end of the time. Favorite person to meet this year? Noose, let's start with you since it is your first time being here. Who was the favorite person that you did get to meet? Because you did sit out on all of the photo ops that we did.
Yes. So we're talking about it in terms of Comic-Con. I mean,
In terms of New York
honestly,
Comic-Con, who was the favorite person that you got to meet?
um,
Or did you not meet anybody?
I didn't really get to meet anyone new. No, not anyone that I haven't met already.
Okay.
You know, besides obviously seeing the voice actor for Geckomon, like that's probably the only person I saw but didn't really get to chat with.
Okay.
You know, that other than that, yeah, there wasn't. It was more exploring than anything else for me this year.
Okay. Diginan, you and I went hard on ops this year. And you went even harder on signatures and stuff like that.
Yes, I did.
Who was your chef's kiss? Like the one that you were just like, the most about meeting this year?
Greg Capullo.
Greg Capullo?
I finally completed, as I say, the Spawn Infinity Gauntlet.
I'm at half-mast. I need to
The Spawn
end this.
Infinity Gauntlet?
McFarlane was 1.
We met him several years ago.
Capullo was 2.
Ah,
Greg Capullo was very big into Spawn, Batman, New 52. He's done now. He's doing Spider-Man and Marvel, but meeting him was very big.
bucket list.
That was a big one for me. I've been trying for years and I've always never succeeded. This is like the first year I succeeded. He was big for me. Actually, J. Scott Campbell was really nice. I
Yeah.
thought he was gonna be a total dick.
He's one of my favorite artists.
Really nice. Actually was so impressed that I brought one of his brand new books and got it signed. He was like, "Hey, you want to take a photo with it?" I was like, "Oh, hell yeah. Cool."
Yeah.
So I was very happy with that. So I would say those 2.
Okay. Was there anybody that you got to meet that you were surprised was there? Like, oh my God, you're here. Like one of those people like going through Artist Alley that you like did a double take, like, oh fuck, I didn't even know you were here.
No, everybody I knew that I wanted to meet was there.
Mm-hmm.
So I really didn't get a good, like, oh my God.
I know
shot.
one.
Who?
I know one, and you unfortunately did not succeed in your mission.
Who?
John Moxley.
That.
We were not informed.
Yeah, that goes back to the I wasn't informed. We didn't know about it, but I heard that was last minute, and even I was gonna say we didn't do wrestlers this year.
No, because we've met all the ones that were there.
90% of them.
Yeah, and we're going to the big event. Shout out to the big event, November 15th, out in Suffolk County. We're going there, and we're meeting a fuck ton more.
And the funny thing is, the one that I didn't meet, I bumped into, which was Darby Allin.
Well, we'll see. We'll have our other opportunities.
Yeah, we'll have other opportunities, but that was like my yearly tradition. I bump into somebody. It's like, oh snap.
Yeah.
So that kept going.
Yeah.
All in all, I was impressed. Lawrence Fishburne was very nice.
Very nice.
Um,
What about meeting the entire cast of Metal Gear Solid?
that was pretty cool. And then I found out that the guy who does Liquid Snake is also the voice of Snoopy.
Which, if y'all don't know, Snoopy is Diginan's ultimate comfort and favorite character of all time.
One of them.
One of them.
My favorite cartoon dog.
Favorite cartoon dog.
Yeah, I didn't know he was Snoopy. And I was like, oh man, had I known, I would have got something else.
Yeah.
But I just told him, sign my game. Yeah, the cast of Metal Gear was pretty cool. Who else? Jodie Benson was very nice as well.
Yeah, she was. I almost killed her fucking handler, though. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I literally was like, ah! Because I have a original news. I think I told you this story because you missed this one.
Yeah.
I have an original mint in box. Never been played, never been opened. Super Nintendo Little Mermaid.
No, Nintendo.
Nintendo Little Mermaid, thank you. Nintendo Little Mermaid. That has never come out of its box. That box is pristine. I went to get it signed by Jodie Benson because she's the voice of the Little Mermaid.
Like, if you're going to grade it, I would say.
I can still probably get like a 9.8.
No, I think an 8.
No, 9.8. It has no problems.
It has no wrapping. You're
It's
gonna
not
get it-
shrink wrapped,
correct.
so it could still be a 9. Fuck you. It's perfect.
Whatever.
Anyways. And I actually might get it graded, so on you. I might. I don't know. I don't trust EGC. But that's a different story. But I go to get it signed. The fucking handler goes to open the box. I'm like, ah, don't. I'm like, no, stop, please. And she was like, what? I go, that box has never been opened and I've had it since I was a child. Do not open the box. And then, like, she had it all, like, almost had it open. I was like, oh, I was losing it. I was, like, losing it. And then I had to go and try to compose myself to meet fucking Jodie Benson. And I've met Jodie Benson before. So, like, for me, I was just like, oh, yay, it's nice to meet you again, da-da-da-da. Thank you for the autograph. But I'm, like, trying to compose myself so that I don't be, like, you know, to the freaking handler who almost fucked up my box.
Yeah, that's true.
I was so mad. I was so...
Yeah, I don't know what was up with that.
I was
Like,
so...
what the thought process was.
I was...
I'm going to say this, though. A lot of these handlers do not know.
You done goofed.
I was pissed.
So if they don't know, then I'm not going to, like, totally blame them because they don't know.
Fair, but at the same time, ask!
Yeah, that's true. She was a little bit...
At least ask if you want me to have her sign it on the actual game or on the box.
That's true.
Like, bitch, didn't even ask, so fuck you. For me, I would say I enjoyed meeting every single person that we met over the weekend. There wasn't really anybody that I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, meeting, except for the entire cast of Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss. But I've met most of them already before.
No, you excited to also meet K-pop?
Oh, yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters, but remember, I had also met the voice actress for Mira at Anime, so it was mostly just meeting the voice actress for Rumi that, like, I was like, ah, about.
True.
Sigourney Weaver.
Very nice.
Very, very nice.
I had my reserves. I was going to put her in the Susan Sarandon category.
Not at all. Absolutely
She was
a dream.
very nice.
Carl Urban, too.
Very nice.
So nice.
Kristen Ritter. Kristen Ritter. I was about to put in the bitch category until we met her. She was
sweet.
The nicest.
So sweet.
Surprisingly, and funny enough, it didn't happen in our op. But a lot of people were complaining how She-Hulk.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, no, she still kind of did it in our op, too.
She did it in our op. She, like, leaned in.
Because of Kayla.
But a lot of people, they were saying she refused to go near anybody.
Which, fine, we get it. You don't want to get sick. It happens, but you're at a con. Take the proper precautions if that's the case, or put up a wall.
Same, like I said, I thought Lawrence Fishburne was going to put up the wall, too.
No! The only thing that Lawrence Fishburne insisted on, and we figured out it's because somebody had a prop and he must have gotten hurt with it or something like that.
Or broke.
No props, which means I had to leave my lightsaber outside.
Oh, Simon Pegg had a ball.
Oh my God, Simon Pegg was so fucking cool.
He had a ball with that lightsaber.
He's like, can I was like, do you want to hold it? He goes, oh my God, can I? I was like, of course. And he was like, yes. And then he went to decapitate Gigi Ann.
that was a good photo. Even the ops people were like,
this is great.
This was our favorite one.
Yeah.
So that was a good one.
There were some cancellations though that did make me pretty upset. Tom Skerritt canceled.
Yeah.
One of the voice actors last second canceled from the Metal Gear Solid group.
You canceled the last day, but luckily we got them.
Yeah, and then they also like had added Jodie Benson to the group op and didn't tell us, so we had missed out on that one, which made me upset, but it's fine.
Lesson learned, but I had a feeling that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
I had a theory on that one.
I actually had a blast meeting every single person this year. There was not a single person that I was like, ugh.
That's true.
Not a single person. And usually at least one of them every year is like, fuck, I don't want to ever meet this person again.
That is true.
This year, every single person was just like happy. It was joyful.
The artists, same thing.
They were just so happy to be there.
Very.
Yeah, there was like really, honest to God, the only things that I had trouble with were the other congoers.
Yeah.
The other congoers were assholes.
I would definitely say, unfortunately, we the
Yeah.
people
The people.
were our own problem this year.
Yeah. Noose, did you have any issues with anybody from like people wise? Did you like get any like attitude? Did you meet it like what was your experience with people since you didn't get to meet any celebrities really?
With people, well, besides the typical not wearing deodorant, that's already that's already an assault on the senses.
Shout out to fucking
And-
Secret though.
Dove, yeah.
Dove fucking had Dove
Dove had a booth, but they shoved them
down in Cosplay Central, which
Yeah.
I'll talk about later with my fellow cosplayers because no offense to the both of you, but that is something I need to speak about in a different cast because I am still angry about that. Dove had an entire booth dedicated to cosplayers with spray-on deodorant, hair ties, sewing kits in case, God forbid, something happened to your cosplay.
Yeah.
Like, shout out to fucking Dove for being genius. And then they would sending their people from the booth out and about and giving them deodorant, saying, here, you need this.
Yeah.
The people that stunk, they were actually giving them to the people that stunk and said, please put this on.
Yeah. There was one dude that definitely needed it.
Oh my God. So bad.
That's
But it wasn't anywhere near as bad as it normally is.
fair.
It's usually so much fucking worse.
Yeah.
Usually it's so much fucking worse, but this year it was not bad.
Because I think there's a lot of complaints, and there were some people like, yo, if you stink, we're calling you out.
And they did. I mean, yeah. Noose, did you have any interactions that you're just like, oh, this makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to deal with this anymore at Comic-Con?
Let me see. Just trying to jog my memory, but I at least experiences like that. None that I can remember. No, actually, none that really like stood out. And I was just like, I don't like this person. So I mean, I think I got lucky in that end.
Lice.
I have one complaint.
What?
No more blind bags.
Blind bags.
The little boo-boo blind boxes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That was my biggest complaint. That everything was a blind box.
Yeah, those mystery boxes took over so
Everything.
much.
Like if you went to a booth, do our blind bags.
I don't want to do a blind bag.
I just want to buy the item. No, you got to do it in the box. It's like, okay, that's how you're going to get me to buy more.
Well, yeah, it's a genius marketing tip because now, like, I said I was done after the Big Into Energy Labubus and I collected everything and I have my 2 black sons. Like, I'm good. I have my twins. I have $1,000 worth of Labubu sitting right there staring at me right now. Okay.
Shout out to South Park.
Shout out to South Park. Labubu, Labubu.
Right.
Labubu, Labubu. Anyways, but fucking Pop Mart got me again because now I'm in the pursuit of the skull candy fucking little dolls, and I have 3 out of the 7. So
you know they're coming back Monday.
I saw, and I'm just like, ugh, I kind of want it.
No, I got turned off by a lot of places. Oh, you got to do a blind bag. I didn't want to do that.
Yeah. What about the merch? The merch for Comic-Con itself was top tier this year. Top tier. I loved it because it was all spooky stuff.
Yeah, there was definitely horror themed.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty cool. The quality was actually really nice.
Yeah. I actually got some really nice stuff. I do like that I got my 3 pizza rats and my big pizza rat, my demon.
I like that New York Comic-Con shirt. That was actually pretty nice.
It's for sale right now. They brought all the merch back online. Plug, plug, plug.
There was a lot of good merch.
Yeah, I loved the Tokidoki merch. What news? Was there any merch that you saw? Because what is the name of your long boy that I got for you?
I think it was Fred.
Yes, long boy Fred.
Who?
Long boy Fred
It was
is a
a
very long frog.
it is a weighted frog plushie.
Oh, still don't know what it is.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's a really, really long one that was holding like over my neck.
Noose is obsessed with frogs.
Okay.
That's like his
Yes.
favorite thing. And he fell in love with the long boy. And it was like the second to last, if not the last one that they had. And it was a con exclusive. So I snatched it for him. I was like, here you go. Don't say I never got you anything nice.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, I
about that.
mean, besides that, I mean, for me, honestly, besides the plush, like I was like, when we're talking about like exclusive stuff, like from booths that maybe they were just giving away.
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, I actually like the lanyards that the Digimon booths were giving out.
Yeah, those were cool.
I'm actually pretty happy with them.
Yeah, those
They
were
had
pretty
the
nice.
Digimon card game one, and then they had the one for it's like a double-sided one. You had the
Yes.
Digimon Time Strangers game, and then the Beat Breakers anime on the other side. I like it, honestly. I went fairly simple with my expectations on I guess like exclusive merch and stuff.
So, all in all, now we're up to the rating part because we're going to start wrapping. All in all, Noose, since you're the first timer, I want to hear what you would rate New York City Comic Con, your experience, and the actual convention as a whole. What would you give it?
As my first Comic-Con,
Yes.
I'd have to say I give it like for a first time rating, I'd have to give it a 10 out of 10. That's for me.
Right.
Like,
And only
but
going
that's
for
just
2
my
days.
rating.
And only going for 2 days.
Yes, and exactly. Actually, no. Correction. Let me edit that.
Okay.
8.5 out of 10 actually.
What?
For two reasons. The organization, because like how we were mentioning before, like they weren't really mentioning when like voice actors were gonna be signing or if we had to sign up for it or anything. Because if you do remember, just like with any other stuff going on, they would have to go under a reservation.
Yeah.
They never mentioned this one had to.
Well, they
I was
did,
kind
but
of disappointed at
yeah.
that.
They did with certain ones.
So yeah, and you know that's the one part for me that you know it kind of ticked me off a little bit.
Okay,
just a
so
little bit.
that's what made you drop it from a 10 out of 10 to an 8.8 out of 10?
Not just that, but I guess for me too, it's also and this is kind of going off like what Nan was saying about the blind box stuff.
Yeah.
I saw a little bit too many of those things, but we're not even just talking about like the little small boxes. We're talking about those giant blind boxes.
Oh,
You
I
know
hate
what I'm
those
talking about,
fucking
Nan?
things.
Oh, those big, look
Like-
like big.
Mystery boxes.
stay away from those.
Those are terrible. There's never anything good in them.
The thing that I hated about it is that not one booth had several
Oh yeah,
of those
the
booths
repeats.
all throughout the con, and I was just like, dude, what the like? They're taking up booth space for this?
Yeah.
Like what? Like
Yeah.
that's the one thing that kind of pissed me off a little bit, and that's I guess you know really thinking about it for a moment. Yeah, I would say an 8.5 out of 10 actually, because those things all together, kind of combining organization and then having the repeated booths were a little bit annoying.
Emotional damage.
All right. Diginan, your rating for 4 days straight and all the fun shit that we did during it.
I second him with the 8, but not an 8.5. I would just say an 8.
A solid 8.
Solid 8.
Reasoning.
I agree with the blind boxes. Way too much.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Like everything was a blind box. I even got to the point I was like, I'm not buying this unless I get that specific item.
Yeah.
So unless you could tell, because I know they mark some of these boxes.
Oh, for sure. The same way they
So-
mark a boo-boo.
So I told them this. I told some of the guys flat out, listen, I'll buy more than one, but I want this particular one. If you can guarantee me this, I'll buy.
Yeah.
A lot of people, nah, I can't do that. Okay, bye. Some people, okay, here you go.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, it's simple negotiation.
Yeah. Nan is very, very good at this. Nan has got the ultimate. He is always, in the 10 years that I have been taking him to Comic-Con, somehow manages to always get something that people are like, no, 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 and he still walks away with it.
Oh yeah.
He's very good at that.
My hit.
You're a hitter. Hello, Qui-Gon Jinn, Hodor, Dave.
Oh, my first year with Funk. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I'll tell that story real quick. I dressed up as Hodor. She wanted the Qui-Gon Jinn. It was the only time Qui-Gon Jinn ever came out in Funko. And then the one thing they told last minute, oh, it's only show only.
It's a $650 pop.
So I was like, oh, fuck. How are we going to do this? Couldn't get into the lottery. Couldn't get into the freebie booth. I was like, ugh. So I just threw a Hail Mary on the last day, and I just said, Hodor just needs a Qui-Gon Jinn.
I wrote that on his sign.
P.S. Hodor. The guy we used to call Funko Jesus.
I don't even think he works for the company
No,
anymore.
he's not there no more. Died laughing so hard. Their time was up. I still was standing there, see if I can get the next wave. He just waves me down. Is like, that's all you want. I'm just saying yes. And he goes to the back, gives me the Qui-Gon Jinn for free.
We didn't pay for that.
We did not pay for it. But he's like, I need to take a photo of this.
And put it on the website.
And they did. And you see me with the money in my hand, with the sign in my hand, and in the other hand, it's the
Qui-Gon Jinn.
The Qui-Gon Jinn. I was like third place in the funniest photo contest when Funko had that.
Yeah. Yep.
And all I wanted was just that one.
Just for me.
Just for you.
Yep.
Then it was Bandai when Dragon Ball figures came out, and they came out with Hit. And I pretty much harassed the manager. I'm like, yo, send me the Hit. And he refused. He's like, I'll give you anything else. I just cannot give you the prototype. Give me the 3 Power Ranger set. I wound up grabbing that, gave it to Jade, and
I actually got into a fight with somebody about that.
yeah, because they wanted it.
They're like,
But
how did you get that? I go, it's called I have someone that knows how to talk to people. You're a dick.
Emotional damage.
But I didn't need to do that this year, really.
No.
Everything was pretty solid. But like I said, the blind box is way too much. I am not going to mark the people. I'm not going to hold that against Comic-Con. They cannot control that.
No.
So
Yeah.
I can't put a strike on them for that. I do agree about the organization.
Yeah.
There was a lot of problems with organization.
Yeah.
Especially with Carl Urban. I had issue.
Yeah. Okay. Lavender had an issue with Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah. So I would say the organization. So I do agree when it comes to the organization and promotion, big problem.
Okay. So we got an 8.5 from Noose, an 8 from DigiNan out of 10. Now, for me, and I'm going to do this before we wrap, 7. 7 out of 10.
Okay.
And I would have actually gone down to a 6. But the guests saved it for me. The company saved it for me. And the fact that I did have some really nice experiences with the book people is the only reason why Comic-Con this year for me was any fun. I did not have a very good time at Comic-Con this year because of several issues. The people, big problem. I had a lot of cosplay issues with 2 of my cosplays that I was very uncomfortable in, but that's a me thing, you know, not so much blaming on the convention.
The guests agree with you.
Yeah. I didn't really get a chance to really explore the floor because it was so crowded and very hard to move around in my cosplay. So I didn't get to do as much as I wanted to. The food, completely overpriced and not very good, like it's been in previous years. I still ate it. I still got my crack, like I do every year.
Oh, the Ecto Cooler.
My Ecto Cooler and my mac and cheese, but on that.
Yeah, I refuse to do the food.
I'm sorry, the lines is what killed it for me. If I was not fucking disabled, I would have waited on some of those lines for hours, and then I would have missed 90% of the convention, and I'm sorry, that's just not acceptable. It's not acceptable to me. Like,
So I would say we fairly have the same.
Again, remember, the only reason I'm giving the lower rating is because physically I did not enjoy the convention.
Okay.
Physically, I did not enjoy the convention. Mentally, I enjoyed the convention. I enjoyed the people that I was with. I enjoyed the people that I saw because I got to see a lot of my friends. Other than that, like, honestly, there are no other real complaints from me because they had new shit, some old shit, fine. But for the most part,
I can understand with the guest because
yeah.
you would not
I was not thrilled, but I was just like, oh, cool, okay.
like awesome to me, but you wasn't like thrilled from previous years.
Yeah, where years ago I would have wanted to not only get those photo ops, but I would have ran downstairs to the freaking autograph place and had them do stuff too.
Yeah.
And but this year I didn't do that. I did not go in Artist Alley for and I did go. When I did go, I did not go deep.
Right, you went in.
I didn't have the chance, and
You went in toe deep and ran out. Yeah, it was very packed.
Yeah, I couldn't deal with it.
But I will say this: shout out to the comic book people.
Yes.
I was gonna say this. I did say the people were an issue. The comic book people were not. Everybody was cool.
It was everybody else.
Everybody was cool. Everyone was like, "Yo, do what you got to do." Everyone got their signatures. No issue. I think the one issue I had was Frank Miller.
Yeah.
But because I refused to pay that. But
yeah,
everybody else, very good, very cool. Shout out to that.
Shout out to that. So now here's the final question I have to you both, boys, because we were asked so many times this year at Comic-Con, why does the Feinics Gate not have a booth at New York City Comic-Con? Should I and the Gate get a booth for 2026? Dun, 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 dun. Opinions.
Thinking.
No. I'm gonna say no.
You're lying. All right.
I kind of have to. I would say this. Okay, so mine is not just a straight no. Mine is more like a no for now. Because I feel like we should probably see how the next Comic-Con might go and whether or not if it's still going to be as hectic and crazy.
Oh, it's going to be worse. It's the 20th anniversary. It's going to be that. It's going to be so much worse.
I would say if we were to do it, it's not going to be emotional. I think it might be more than we may be able to chew on as a first booth at Comic-Con. I would say if we build up to it a little bit more, probably the year after, I would say would be a solid decision.
Pull the lever, Crunk.
I second that.
Yeah.
I second that because
Here's the other thing, though. Comic-Con for me, and this is just me, has always been my Super Bowl, has always been my relaxation con, even though it is not relaxing at all. I don't like working at Comic-Con. So if I did get a booth, you would not see me there unless it was used as a base camp.
that was going to be my other reason.
It would only be used as a base camp, and I would literally be using the rest of my Feinics family to be like, okay, here, this is what you're doing, sell shit, bye, and then I would fuck off for the entire day.
That was going to be my number one answer.
That is why I personally have always never gotten a booth. I'm very happy with only having Anime NYC, working that one. I'm very happy with that and all the other stuff that we're doing. Next year is going to be so crazy. I don't think I'm going to have the energy, the time, or the want.
That was good. Well, not going into full detail, but I was going to say that too. I don't think we're going to have
the time
or the opportunity.
That's not true. I always have opportunities.
I still think we're not going to have the opportunity.
So we'll see how it goes, Feinics fans. But maybe in 2026, definitely in 2027. We will have a booth at Comic-Con.
Fair. I could be fair with that.
Yeah. Because we still have one more big convention coming up. Me and DigiNan are heading up to Rhode Island Comic-Con as we've done for the last couple of years. So we got that coming up. We got the big event coming up. And then right after that, me and Noose and Lux are heading down to work a Night of 1,000 Stevies in New Orleans. So the November is going to be a packed month for the Gate. And I want to thank you both for coming on here and talking with me about your experiences at New York City Comic-Con 2025. All of us are returning to Comic-Con for 2026. Yes?
Yes.
Yes, and this time I will actually have a
All 4
cosplay
days.
that I would really enjoy.
All 4 days.
I can't promise that.
All 4 days.
I can't promise all 4, but I will promise definitely 2 days minimum.
All right then. Well,
Minimum 2 days.
on that note, we're gonna get out of here. If you're not following us on social media, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because you'll get to see all the fun, wonderful things that we did at Comic-Con, as well as all the interviews that we have done for Tropicon. Stay tuned on our YouTube for another drop coming this weekend. And on that note, say bye.
Bye.
That means bye, News.
Bye.
Bye.
Delay.